This woman gets treated like trash by her family after her younger sister marries, but the table turns completely when her story changes. So this woman, her name is Rashidat. She's a 27-year-old girl and she's doing pretty well for herself working at the bank. She has always been a responsible elder sister and she's so close with her younger sister. Now her sister Kemi is just 22, but she just announced her engagement to her boyfriend. Now, here is where things start getting interesting. Kemi changed completely after her engagement. Suddenly, at family gathering, people are greeting Kemi first, and at first, it's not a big deal, but it gets worse. Then comes the introduction ceremony, and Kemi does something that hurts her sister. Instead of calling her sister, like she has done her entire life, Kemi publicly addresses her as Rashidat, just her first name. But Rashidat tells herself it's just wedding stress affecting Kemi's behavior. Even an auntie tells her to be patient. They tell her it will soon be her turn. But the disrespect is just getting started. During the wedding preparation, their mother assigns Rashida to serve drinks while her married cousins handle what she calls the important discussions. Rashida says nothing and keeps doing her thing. Then Kemi's future mother-in-law, loud enough for everyone to hear, asks why the elder daughter isn't married yet. Rashida excuses herself to cry in the bathroom, composes herself and come back like nothing happened, because that is what elder daughters does. She is meant to endure. The MC introduces them as Mrs. Biodun and her elder sister, not big sister, just elder sister. During the morning prayer, relatives are giving Kemi advices about showing her sister how it is done. Kemi friends are looking at Rashidat with fake smile and telling her not to worry, that her time will come soon. But the real problem starts at the first family meeting after the wedding. Rashida drives a Toyota Corolla. Nothing fancy, but it is ours. Kemi arrives in her husband Honda Pilot. The meeting starts as usual with the elder brother speaking first, then Rashida stands up to contribute to the discussion and her mother cuts her off mid-sentence with the words that hurt her. She tells her to let married people speak first. The room goes silent and everyone is staring at Rashida. She quietly stands up and walks towards her car. Then, her mother says something that leaves her even more confused. She tells her she is not the only one to drive a car anymore. She even tells her to swallow her pride and ask her sister how she got a man. It's becoming so unbearable for Rashida. The change was sudden and she carries all the hurt alone. Rashida drives home in tears and makes a decision that will change everything. She is never going back to that family house again. Week passes and not one person calls to check up on her. Not any one of them called. But here is where the story takes a beautiful turn. Rashida throws herself into her work and gets promoted at the bank. At a friend's party, she meets Charles. He is a 30-year-old engineer. They start talking and their connection is immediate and genuine. On their first date, they discover they share same value about respect and partnership. Throughout their courtship, Charles treats Rashida with so much respect. He asks her opinion on everything, meets her friend first instead of rushing to meet her family, which is entirely her choice, and proposes during a quiet dinner at home in the most perfect intimate moment. When the family finally hears about the engagement through other relatives, they suddenly want to be involved. Of course they want to be involved. Their mother insists on traditional ceremony and Rashida agrees, but maintain clear boundaries. Our wedding turns out to be very intimate and something very different from her sister's wedding. Kemi is now visibly pregnant with her second child. She can't help making insultive comments about Rashida finally finding someone. Meanwhile, Charles' family embraces Rashida with so much kindness. The newlywed decides to wait before having children. They want to enjoy each other first, travel together, and build their careers. The family occasionally visits, but the relationship remains cordial yet distant. Rashidat has found peace in her choice and married. When her family notices she isn't pregnant after a year, they start with their problem again. Then comes the test. An invitation arrives for Kemi's third child's first birthday party. Rashidat and Charles attend out of courtesy. This is where Kemi reveals her true character. She deliberately hands her baby to Charles, who smiles awkwardly. He is gentle but nervous about holding baby, so he quickly passes the child to Rashida. That's when Kemi starts laughing very loudly. She says out loud, "This one your husband is running away from my baby. That's why babies will keep running away from their homes, oh." Ha. She said it in Yoruba, so Charles doesn't understand the word. But he sees how Rashida's face changes completely. Instead of correcting Kemi or defending Rashida, their mother and other women actually laughed. They found it funny. Rashida calmly returns the baby to Kemi and turns to Charles and tells him they need to leave. He nods without asking any questions and follows his wife. Later, their mother calls claiming Rashida is being petty, that it was just a joke. The brother calls asking if she is jealous of Kemi's fertility. But Kemi herself, the person who actually made the cruel comments, never called to apologize, not even once. That's when Rashida realizes the pattern she has been trapped in her whole life. She's always expected to be the bigger person, to bend, to forgive, and to make peace. Months later, the phone rings. It's Kemi. She's pregnant with her 4th child and needs Rashida to watch her 3 kids while her and her husband go on vacation before the new baby arrives. They trust her the most, she says. They need someone reliable. Rashida reminds her of her comments and tells her that she and her husband are avoiding kids, so she can't let her children stay. Of course, I would do the same. Now, the family is calling her wicked and petty. They want her to apologize, but Rashida stands firm because she has learned something powerful. Some lessons must not be loud, and some boundaries aren't revenge. They are recovery. Here's what I want you to understand in Nigerian families. We often expect the good child to always bend, always forgive, always sacrifice their peace for family harmony. But respect is not a one-way street. When someone constantly disrespects you and face no consequences, they learn that your feelings don't matter. Have a great day, guys.